Hello, my dear friends. October has arrived with many plans, projects, and goals for a new month. You may be calculating, wondering, even worrying about the challenges ahead, the joys to come, or the sorrows you might face. That is part of being human. But above all, do not forget God. Do not make Him search for you. Rise this morning and meet Him in prayer. Ask for peace. Ask for grace. Ask for a grateful heart. Today, I invite you to join me as we offer a prayer for this new month. And if you have not yet, please subscribe so we can pray together each day. Now let us begin. Breathe. Let the room be quiet enough for your heart to speak. This first morning of October does not ask you to be perfect. It invites you to be present. You have plans and pressure and a calendar that will try to carry you faster than your soul can walk. But you do not have to rush into this month like a storm. You can step in like a child who knows the house is safe. God is here. His mercies are not leftovers. They are new, laid out for you like light on water. Lamentations 3:20-23. You can begin by unclenching what you tried to hold together on your own. Set down the anxious rehearsals of what might go wrong. Lay your goals on the table without the weight of proving anything. Whisper, if only inside, I entrust this day to you. When you do, notice how your breathing changes, how the noise inside you loosens. This is not pretending life is easy. It is remembering you are not walking alone. Peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the presence of God, steady as a shoreline. Let your thoughts turn one by one toward what is real and close. The quiet in the room, the pulse in your wrist, the memory of how often you have been carried when you did not know how you would make it through. There were doors that opened you did not knock on, kindness you could not have scripted, strength that met you mid-stride. That same faithfulness has not weakened overnight. The story God is writing with you did not lose its ink while you slept. If tears come, let them. If there's laughter, let that too. Nothing is wasted here. In this moment, you can place your fears into larger hands. The email you dread, the conversation you cannot avoid, the test result, the bill, the ache that wakes before the alarm. Name them honestly and release them like birds you were never meant to cage. The peace of God does not arrive with noise. It arrives like a river finding its course in the desert, guarding heart and mind when explanations fail. Philippians 4:6-7. Now invite grace into the places you usually hide. Over the part of you that is tired of trying, may grace be a soft blanket. Over the part that is stubborn, may grace be a gentle turning. Over the part that is scared to hope again, may grace be a window opening to clean, new air. You can bring your whole self, faith and doubt, courage and trembling, and you will not be turned away. October does not need your mask. It needs your honest yes. As sunlight gathers, remember how God leads, not with a shove, but with a shepherd's pace. He restores what hurry has thinned. He steadies what fear has shaken. He guides you into paths that fit your feet. Psalm 23:1-3. You do not have to sprint to earn His attention. You already have it. Let that awareness become the way you move. Slower than panic, quicker than despair, aligned with a love that knows where you're going, even when you do not. Bless this day's work, God, every task seen and unseen, over emails and errands, over meetings and meals, over study and sweat. Place a quiet anointing. May your words be seasoned not with urgency, but with kindness. May your decisions be rooted not in fear of missing out, but in the freedom of being led. If you are misunderstood, may patience keep your heart soft. If you are honored, may humility keep your feet on the ground. If you are delayed, may trust keep your spirit calm. And if opportunities appear, may wisdom help you choose what is good rather than what merely glitters. Bless the people your path will cross, the friend who needs a listening ear, the stranger carrying a weight you cannot see, the family member whose love shows up imperfect and real. Let your presence become shelter, an evidence of the God who shelters you. When you speak, may your tone carry healing. When you listen, may your attention feel like a small miracle. Where there is tension, be a quiet bridge. Where there is weariness, be a warm light. Over your body, every ache, every breath, let there be peace. May strength return where it has been thin. May rest find you tonight because you chose trust this morning. Over your mind, every loop of worry, let there be clarity. May you think true thoughts, the kind that build rather than bruise. Over your heart, every old grief and new hope, let there be tenderness. May forgiveness loosen what resentment has knotted, and may gratitude lift what heaviness has tried to anchor. And over all that you cannot control, speak this softly: God, I place it in your hands. Let that be your breath prayer through the day, a rhythm under everything else. When stress spikes, return to it. When joy surprises, return to it. When nothing dramatic happens and the day is simply ordinary, return to it. Peace grows in the soil of repeated surrender, and blessing often arrives, disguised as the chance to love well in small ways. You are stepping into October not as someone abandoned, but as someone accompanied. The way may curve, but you will be guided. The load may be real, but you will be strengthened. The questions may linger, but you will not be left without light for the next step. Let this be your quiet confidence. God is nearer than your next thought, kinder than your deepest fear imagines, wiser than the plans you drew up last night. So go gently. Receive what is given. Give what is yours to give. And as you move through this day, may peace in God guard you like a steady hand at the small of your back, and may blessings, both seen and hidden, meet you at every turn. You can let this morning become a doorway, not a deadline. The month will try to measure you by outcomes and numbers, but heaven measures you by nearness. Draw your thoughts back from the edges where worry lives and gather them into the center where God is steady. Feel how the pace within you eases when you remember you are not performing for His love. You are living from it. The ground of your being is already held. Nothing essential is at risk. You can choose a gentle courage, not the loud kind that shouts over fear, but the quiet kind that stands beside it and keeps walking. When you feel the tug to control every detail, notice it, bless it for trying to protect you, and then let it soften. Surrender is not losing. It is placing the weight where it can actually be carried. You are not abandoning responsibility. You are aligning with wisdom. God knows the shape of this day better than your most careful plan. Yield to that knowing. You can let gratitude become your first language. Start small and honest. The way the light lands on the floor, the taste of water, the memory of a friend's text that arrived when you needed it. Gratitude is not denial, it is direction. It turns your face toward the one who has been faithful in 1,000 quiet ways. As gratitude takes root, anxiety has less room to grow. You begin to recognize blessing in ordinary clothing, a canceled meeting that protects your energy, a delay that keeps you from harm, a no that clears space for a better yes. You can speak life over what feels fragile. Over your work, say, be fruitful in due season. Over your relationships, say, be kind and true. Over your finances, say, be ordered and sufficient. Over your health, say, be strengthened and steadily renewed. These are not magic words. They are alignment words, reminders that you live under provision, not scarcity. And when discouragement visits, answer it with a shorter sentence. I am not alone. Let that truth stand like a pillar you can lean against. You can bless your past without letting it define your future. Old stories may try to play on repeat. Regrets, missteps, moments when anger spoke louder than love. Instead of pushing them away or inviting them to rule you, bring them into the light. Name what needs naming, grieve what needs grieving, forgive what needs forgiving. Then release them into hands big enough to redeem what you cannot redo. You are allowed to outgrow who you were. You are allowed to be new. You can honor your limits. Boundaries are not walls around love. They are the trellis that helps love grow in the right direction. Say a clean yes where your presence brings life. Say a clean no where your soul whispers that the cost is too high. Trust that God will meet the needs you cannot meet. Carry the conversations you cannot carry, and keep the world turning when you choose rest. The humility to stop is often the doorway to hearing His guidance more clearly. You can make room for wonder. Even in busy places, let beauty interrupt you. The hush between two sentences, the shape of a cloud, the way a child's laughter slices through heaviness. Wonder loosens fear's grip. It reminds you that God is not only efficient, He is an artist, and your day is one of His canvases. Move through it with eyes that expect color. Blessings frequently arrive the way dawn does, quietly, then all at once. You can carry a simple breath prayer through the hours. On the inhale, peace of God. On the exhale, guard my heart. Repeat it while you walk, while you wait, while you work. Let it become the steady drum beneath the music of your tasks. When confusion rises, pause and return to the rhythm. When joy flares, pause and return to the rhythm. This is how peace stops being a moment and becomes a way of inhabiting your life. You can practice holy attention with the people you meet. Look for the hidden ache behind the hurried hello. Offer a genuine word, the kind that costs a little time and gives a lot of warmth. Listen all the way to the end of their sentence. Your presence can be a sanctuary, a signpost that points to the God who receives without rushing. If conflict brushes your day, choose gentleness over cleverness. If you must correct, wrap truth in kindness. Healing almost always speaks in a soft voice. You can steward this day's energy with care. Begin with what truly matters, not what merely shouts the loudest. Touch one thing at a time and finish it if you can. When your mind tries to sprint ahead, invite it back to the single step in front of you. Faithfulness is a string of small obediences, not a single dramatic act. Let excellence mean done with love, not done without rest. The fruit will come in season. You can trust the timing. You can welcome silence as a friend. The world will offer you a constant stream of noise, opinions, comparisons, urgency dressed up as importance. Step out of the stream for a moment when you feel the pull. Sit with God as though you have all the time in the world. In that quiet, burdens rearrange themselves. What is truly yours to carry becomes clear. What belongs to Him slips from your grip and stays where it is safer, in His. you can cover your household with blessing. Over the doorway, imagine peace like a soft lamp that never burns out. Over those you love, imagine mercy weaving through their thoughts like a bright thread. Over the rooms where decisions are made, imagine wisdom sitting at the head of the table. Breathe these pictures in, then release them like prayers. Simple, sincere, enough. Blessing is not complicated, it is consistent. You can step into tasks with a consecrated intention. Before you open a laptop, whisper, "Use this." Before you enter a meeting, whisper, "Guide this." Before you answer a message, whisper, "Temper this with grace." These small offerings become a liturgy of ordinary moments. A day stitched with such prayers holds its shape when pressure pulls at the seams. You can ask for courage to hope again where disappointment has camped. Hope is not naive, it is oxygen. Let it rise cautiously if it must, like a skylight cracked open after a long winter. Name one area where you would like to trust for more than survival, a reconciliation, a creative spark, a door that fits your gifts. Place it where you have been placing everything else, in God's keeping. Then take the next honest step that is yours, even if it is small. You can end this prayer the way you began this day, in trust, not because all questions are answered, but because you are answered with presence, with peace, with enough light for the path you are actually on. Carry this blessing as you go. May peace settle over your heart like calm water. May grace meet you at every threshold, morning to afternoon, work to rest, effort to release. May goodness and mercy keep pace with your steps, quiet and close, through this first morning of October and into every hour it touches. And may you find, again and again, that the God you seek has been seeking you all along. Morning can be a gentle teacher if you let it. The light does not rush, it spreads. Take your cue from that. Move at a pace that keeps your peace intact. Answer one thing at a time. Hold your phone a little later than usual, so your first voice is God's, not the internet's. The world will still be there when you are ready. Your soul deserves the first word. Some worries only grow in the dark. Bring them into the morning. Say what is true. You are concerned about money, about time, about someone you love, about a choice you must make. Saying it out loud does not make it worse. It makes it shareable. Imagine placing each concern into God's open hand. Imagine those hands steady and kind. Imagine that nothing slips through His fingers. Breathe until your shoulders drop. When you feel behind, remember that God is not timing you with a stopwatch. He is walking with you like a friend who matches your steps. If you need to pause, pause. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to laugh at how human you are, laugh. There's room here. You are not disqualified because you are still learning. You are not late if you are with Him. Small choices can shape a whole day. Speak one kind sentence to yourself before you speak to anyone else. Drink water and thank God for the simple gift of being alive. Open the window and let the air remind you that you are part of a larger world, not just your thoughts. These quiet practices do not solve everything, but they soften the edges so grace can get in. If comparison starts to creep in, step away from the picture you are building in your head. You do not know the whole story behind anyone's highlight. What you do know is the story God is writing with you, and it is enough for today. Celebrate a small win, a finished email, a clean sink, a brave message you needed to send. Let these little victories tell you the truth. You are moving forward. Some relationships will need extra tenderness this month. Choose gentle words even when quick words feel easier. If you need to clear the air, do it with humility and hope. If you are waiting for an apology, keep your heart soft while you wait. If you need to apologize, do not wait for the perfect moment. Make this moment the start of something better. Let your love be patient and your boundaries be clear. Both can live in the same heart. Work can be worship when you offer it. Before you begin, say in your own way, use this, then show up fully. Do the task that is yours to do, even if no one claps. Excellence can look like consistency, not drama. When frustration rises, step back for a minute. Name what is in your control and release what is not. Return with a calmer mind. Peace at your desk is not laziness, it is wisdom. There will be hours when energy dips. Instead of pushing past every limit, refuel. Stand up, stretch, step outside if you can. Put your hand on your heart and tell yourself, we are okay. Pray the short prayer you chose this morning and let it reset your rhythm. Often the next right step appears once your nervous system feels safe again. If you're caring for family, let love be simple. A soft tone, a warm meal, a calm answer. If tension shows up, lower your voice instead of raising it. If silence is needed, let silence do its quiet work. Not every problem requires a speech. Many only need presence. Remember, you are not responsible for every outcome, only for how you carry your part. Money worries can talk loudly. Answer them with order. Look at the numbers without shame. Make one small plan you can keep. Ask God for wisdom to notice waste and the courage to practice enough. When gratitude grows, fear shrinks. Bless every dollar that passes through your hands and guide it toward what matters. Peace often follows clarity. Health can feel fragile when life gets busy. Treat your body like a gift, not a machine. Eat to support your strength. Rest before you crash. If pain is part of your story, be gentle with yourself on the hard days. Ask for help when you need it, and receive help without apology. Healing can be slow and still be holy. Memories might tap on your heart today. Some will be sweet. Enjoy them. Some will hurt. Face them with kindness. If an old mistake visits, do not give it your whole day. Learn what you can. Make amends if you must, and let it go. You are not your worst moment. You are loved in process. You are allowed to grow past what once held you. Creativity may feel out of reach when life is heavy. Start small anyway. A line in a notebook, a photo of light on a wall, a simple melody hummed while you clean. God often speaks in the places where you play, not only where you strive. Let joy be one of your tools. It will keep your spirit from becoming too tight. When decisions crowd you, choose the next honest step rather than the final picture. Ask, what is the faithful thing right now? Do that. You do not need the entire map to move forward. You need the next signpost. Trust that more light will come as you walk. It usually does. If you face a closed door today, do not panic. Knock where you can, but do not bruise your soul against what will not open. Sometimes protection looks like delay. Sometimes peace is the answer you could not bring yourself to choose. Hold your desire openly and let God shape it without fear. A better path often waits around a corner you cannot yet see. Evening will come, and with it the chance to look back kindly. Plan now to end your day with gratitude, even if it is small. Thank God for a laugh you did not expect, a problem that shrank, a strength you discovered, or simply for getting through. Let rest be an act of trust, not a reward you must earn. Put the day in his hands like a child, placing a drawing on a father's desk, offered with love, received with delight. As you step into the flow of this first October morning, take this blessing with you. May calm hold your thoughts when the world hurries you. May kindness shape your words when pressure rises. May courage steady your hands when tasks feel heavy. May wisdom light your choices when paths divide. And may the nearness of God be the weather of your soul, quiet, warm, and constant, so that peace in Him and blessings for the day become not just a prayer you say, but a life you live. Some mornings ask for quiet strength more than loud motivation. Let this be one of them. Feel the steadiness of your feet on the floor, the ordinary miracle of being here. Peace does not have to be dramatic to be real. It can be as simple as the way your shoulders loosen when you remember God is not far away. You are allowed to start soft and still be strong. Another way to begin is with truth that fits in a single breath. Say inside, I am held. You do not have to explain it to anyone. You do not have to convince yourself with long arguments. Let the word be small and honest. As they settle, notice how fear loses its hurry. Notice how the day looks less like a test and more like a path. If a heavy thought tries to step in front of you, do not wrestle it for hours. Release it with a short prayer and place it where it belongs, in hands bigger than yours. Then turn your face toward what is in front of you, a warm cup, a small task, a person who will cross your path. Grace often meets you in these ordinary corners. You will not miss it if you stay present. Peace grows where kindness is practiced. Begin with yourself. Speak to your own heart the way you would speak to a friend who is tired but trying. Tell yourself that starting small is not failing, it is faithful. Tell yourself that God delights in beginnings, and this is one. October does not need perfection from you. It needs your open, willing yes. Love becomes real in the way you move through rooms. Let your steps carry gentleness. When you enter the kitchen, carry gratitude with you. When you step into work, bring a calm tone that steadies others. When you move through traffic or waiting lines, be the person whose patience changes the air. These small choices are not small to God. They are seeds that turn into shelter. There may be a conversation you dread. It does not have to steal your peace. Ask for a quiet heart and a clear tongue. Listen longer than you feel like. Say what is true without sharp edges. If you must disagree, do it with humility. If an apology is needed, offer it without decorating it with excuses. Peace often comes through the door that looks like courage. On days like this, beauty is not a luxury. It is medicine. Open the curtains and let light write its slow blessing on the wall. Notice the color of the sky, even if it is plain. Notice a tree doing what trees do, standing, receiving, offering shade to strangers. Let the steadiness of creation teach your insides to be steady too. It is all sermon enough for a morning. There will be moments when your mind races ahead and builds a tower of what-ifs. When that happens, come back to one true thing you can do now. Wash a dish with attention. Write one email with warmth. Tidy a corner. Say a real thank you. These simple acts return your heart to the present where God meets you. Peace is almost always found here, not in the imagined future. If loneliness tapped your shoulder, answer it with connection you can offer. Send a kind message without waiting for the perfect words. Pray a blessing over a friend by name. Look up from your screen and meet someone's eyes with respect. Love does not always arrive with trumpets. It often arrives in the way you make space for another person to breathe a little easier. When fatigue appears, treat it like a person knocking at your door, not a burglar. Ask what it is trying to say. Do you need water, food, fresh air, 10 minutes of quiet? Give yourself what is reasonable and return to your day with gentleness. You are not a machine. You are a soul with a body. Caring for both is part of your prayer. Sometimes peace looks like cleaning out what is cluttering your inner room. If a thought has been looping for weeks, write it down and bring it to God in plain words. If a habit is draining you, tell the truth about it and ask for help you can actually access. If a secret is making you small, find a safe person and let light in. Blessing loves open windows. Let this be the month where you choose substance over noise. When you speak, aim for words that build rather than impress. When you plan, choose what aligns with your calling rather than what flatters your ego. When you rest, do it without guilt. Peace is not another achievement. It is the gift that grows when your life becomes honest. Your work today matters, and not only the visible parts. The unseen faithfulness counts. The way you answer with patience, the way you remain honest when cutting corners will be easier, the way you show up on time and give your best. Do not despise the slow path. Heaven measures in seasons, not in viral moments. You are planting more than you can see. If fear says you are behind, bless it for its concern and hand it to God. Then remember the times you thought you could not make it and did. Remember how mercy found you when you were empty. Remember the closed doors that led to better ones. Your story is evidence of care. Today will be another chapter. A simple way to carry blessing is to walk through the day with a quiet refrain. At random moments, washing your hands, stepping outside, waiting at a red light. Say, "Peace of God, stay with me." Let it be the soft drum that keeps your steps steady. Not every hour will feel holy, but every hour can be held. As midday approaches, renew your intention. Pause for a minute and check the tone of your heart. Is it hurried? Is it harsh? Is it hopeful? Adjust gently. You are allowed to begin again at 11, at 2, at 5. Start as many times as you need. Peace does not punish restarts. It welcomes them. When you handle money today, do it with clarity and calm. Choose what serves your future and honors your present. Give where you can. Save what is wise. Spend with purpose. Treat each decision like a seed. You are telling your life what you value, and peace often follows a clear yes and a clean no. If grief wakes up inside you, do not push it back down as if it were wrong. Sit with it a moment, name what hurts, ask for comfort like a warm coat on a windy street. Let a tear fall if it needs to. Then stand and carry on with a softer heart. In God's care, even sorrow can become soil for kindness. Should joy surprise you, a joke in a hallway, a song from an old memory, the smell of something good on the stove, receive it without bargaining. You do not have to earn good gifts. You only have to notice them. Let joy do its work. It stretches the heart and makes more room for peace to live. Toward the late afternoon, offer a short exam without drama. What brought life today? Thank God for it. What drained life? Ask for wisdom to adjust tomorrow. Keep it simple. Keep it kind. You are not a project to fix. You are a person to love into wholeness. As evening begins to think about arriving. Choose how you will close the day. Plan a small ritual. A light turned off with gratitude, a quiet walk, a last cup of tea, a single psalm whispered from memory. Lay your plans for tomorrow where you have laid everything else, in God's steady keeping. The same hands that held the morning will hold the night. Before you move on, receive this blessing again, deeper this time. May the peace of God be the soft guard around your thoughts, the calm beneath your breathing, the quiet that lets you hear what matters. May blessings meet you in expected and hidden places, at the sink, on the screen, in the doorway, on the street. May your steps keep time with a love that does not run out. And as October opens like a gentle door, may you walk through it with a steady heart, covered and carried, now and through the day. Amen. And now, as this first morning of October settles into you, gather everything once more and place it where it has been safest, in God's keeping. Place your heart with its mixed feelings, your mind with its spinning thoughts, your plans with their bright hope and honest limits. Place your family in His care, your friendships in His wisdom, your finances in His order, your health in His mercy. Place your past, the parts you're proud of and the parts you wish were different, beside your future, the doors you hope will open and the ones you're afraid might close. Then place your will quietly beneath His will, not as surrender to defeat, but as trust in a Father who chooses good for His children. Breathe in peace in God. Breathe out blessings for the day. Let this be the rhythm that steadies your steps. If a shadow still lingers, remember you are not walking alone. The one who neither slumbers nor sleeps keeps watch over you, shade at your right hand, guard over your going out and your coming in, from this morning to this night, from this first day to the last. Psalm 121, 5-8. Let that promise be the soft light on your path. Walk forward with a courage that does not need to shout because it is held by presence. Walk forward with a gentleness that does not need to prove anything because it is rooted in love. So receive this final blessing for the road you'll take today. May calm rest on your thoughts like morning dew, and may clarity come without hurry. May your words carry warmth that mends more than they measure. May your work be guided and your rest be real. May doors open that honor who you are becoming, and may closed doors protect you from what would waste you. May forgiveness move through old rooms and fresh gratitude set the table for joy. May wisdom pace your day, and may mercy meet you at every threshold. If the hours are ordinary, may you notice grace hiding in them. If the hours are heavy, may you feel a hand steadying you from within. If the hours are bright, may you share their light freely. And when evening gathers, may peace still be the weather of your soul, quiet, warm, and constant, because you chose here and now to entrust this month and this day to God. Go gently, love well. Keep your breath prayer close. Let your life, more than your words, become the Amen. Amen. Before you go, please subscribe and enable notifications so we can meet here every morning in prayer. If this helped, like and share. Comment below, Jesus, I trust in you. Goodbye for now. See you in the next video.